All right, so we got a good glimpse of your life. So it seems like 11 years old. That was a real tragic time for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's take it back a little more back to your childhood. Um, what were you doing? How was your childhood? Like, was mom and pops around? And
Yeah, they're
how many
always around
siblings
with
you
us.
had?
We're a family of 8. I'm the
Oh,
oldest
shit.
one.
Okay.
And mom and dad were always around.
Always there.
Always there. Always beating us out. With the chancla, with whatever.
Sometimes we
back
need
in
it,
the
right?
days,
Yeah.
know? Those back in the days we needed.
Yeah.
We needed fathers figures. I hope there was a lot of fathers that,
Yeah.
discipline their kids.
No, yeah.
Because now these days, nobody disciplines nobody.
No, and kids seems like they're getting worse, right?
Yeah.
Talking back and just being bad, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what was mom and dad? What were they working?
My dad was always my mom's stay-at-home mom.
All right.
And my dad was always working in different places. Like he's a salesman, but he would be like in Santa Maria, Lone Post, Paso Robles, all over. Even sometimes he would go almost like what is it? Like almost by DJ.
Okay.
Like TJ or something.
Yeah. So you'll travel a lot.
Yeah.
Travel around, different businessmen.
Yeah,
Okay.
He wasn't around for us, and we started getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Because when your dad's not around, you're like, hey, get goofy. And shit.
Yeah, I feel you. I was
we
raised.
start getting goofy and everything. We start thinking we're the power.
Yeah, you kind of feel like the man of the house, and you kind of do what you want, right?
Yeah.
All right. What's some good childhood memories you have? Let's say around, as long as you could remember, right? Like again, 5 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're a child, still playing with toys and.
I was always getting beat up with my dad because he was always playing tennis.
Okay.
And he would always hit us with the tennis ball.
Oh man.
In the eye or in the head.
Yeah. It's kind of messing with you guys, right?
Oh yeah, me and my cousin. To this day, I still got a picture of me and my cousin with tape in our mouth.
Oh shoot.
They're fucking duct tape. Sit on the floor where they're having a party, they're doing whatever.
Yeah.
They're drinking. You can see the beer cans behind us.
Yeah.
And the bottles and shit. We're all duct taped.
You guys in timeout, right? Being bad kids, timeout.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Just me and my cousin too. Fuck. We deserved it. Until this day, I have that picture.
So how was school around that time? Elementary school?
I was pretty good.
You're in grades, like how were you doing in school? Good?
Yeah, I was good. I was always progressing, going.
Yeah.
I was always going to different schools, graduating from different schools. Santa Maria. What is it? It was Anacapa, Juana Maria, and Balboa. I went to all those schools.
All right.
But they said I was doing good,
Yeah.
Sometimes I was not because I was always trying to slap kids around and everything.
You handle. All right, so we got a little bit of some elementary. So how about middle school? Is that when you start getting in trouble?
Middle school, it was like it was Anacapa and VENTURA High School.
Did you graduate from middle school and high school?
I graduated from Buena High School, not wanting to, because I always wanted to be a tiger or whatever.
Cougar. All right.
Yeah. They're almost the same, aren't they?
No, yeah. Big cats.
Yeah,
right?
big cats.
Wild in the wild.
Yes, sir.
That's what we are.
That's why I'm like, I always wanted to be there, but hey, shit happens.
Yeah.
You're not gonna always want what you want. Get what you want.
Yeah.
So you're just out there, trying to do you.
Yeah, living life.
Yep.
So what was something you wanted to be when you grow up? When you were a kid?
And I wanted to be when I was a kid. Tell the truth, I wanted to be a G.
All right.
But then I started seeing everything happening in front of me.
Yeah.
That's when I was like,
you started experiencing the life.
No, I don't want to live that life. And I don't want my kids to live
that life.
I don't want my kids to be bullied like I was bullied.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit. I want better for them.
So what made you wanna be part of that alternative lifestyle, that street lifestyle? What's something as a kid that you've seen that you're like, that's what I want to be when I grow up?
I would see my cousins,
Okay, so family,
family,
household around, it's all around you as a kid.
everybody was just
So you said this was around the 90s, right? When you were a kid, around the 90s.
90s.
So this was like gangbanging was at its highest, right? Everyone was gangbanging,
Everybody
right?
wanted to do it.
You couldn't go anywhere, right?
Yeah, I was always with my uncle. My uncle was always, my mom's brother was always
starting something, getting into things.
Bro, in a gas station, he jumped off on some dude at a gas station.
Yeah, you've seen all that, soaking all that up.
Let me go smaller. Instead of being, oh, what's up,
Yeah, let me hide out.
Oh, damn. They're over here showing guns and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
real.
like,
It's just real, right?
Oh, shit. This is what happens in LA, and this is what happens,
California.
Yeah, in
it seems like
California, everywhere you
around the
go.
world, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems like just California has a really bad gang influence, and everyone's, especially back
wants
then,
to be like that.
especially when you grow up seeing that, walking to the corner store, seeing all that, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So how about let's get like late teenage years? How was that? Were you working? Were you
I was
changing your life? Were you hanging out with different girls?
No, I was hanging out. I was
Friends?
hanging out with friends, cousins. That's when I started living in Ventura.
Okay.
And that's when I started noticing everybody, all my cousins, hanging out with them.
Yeah.
And my cousins would bring me along, and then I would know this person, person. And sometimes we would get in trouble and everything.
Yeah.
Like, let's say that we were riding around on bikes and everything, and then, not to be racist or anything, but other white kids would do stuff that they were not supposed to.
Yeah.
But instead of getting pulled over, we would get harassed. We're like, what the fuck? We didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
They were blaming it on us.
Yeah, the brown.
Yeah, hey, you guys did it.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people saying that you guys were doing it.
Yeah. It seems like they'll just believe them, right?
Yeah, and I was
stereotyping.
like, fuck, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We're always getting harassed by them and everything and shit. That's when everybody, everybody knew me.
Yeah.
Hey, you get in trouble too.
Yeah, that's trouble, man. I was getting in trouble.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Stop running the hood.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, fuck. And then when I was living on Center Street, it was my cousin, my uncle, and we were just chilling. And then me and my cousin decided to go to Central Market. That was the
Back
store.
then, before 7-Eleven.
Yeah, before 7-Eleven. Before all this shit started coming into Ventura to the avenue.
Yeah.
That was Central Market. And we were going down that way. We were at the light when an SUV pulls up. And the reason that I knew that it pulled up because my cousin had a big old 13 on his jersey.
Oh shoot.
Big old 13.
Representing.
Yeah, and then I was like, and I was next to him with a broke club and all baggy too, because I would always use his clothes.
Yeah,
shit.
that attire,
Black,
Yeah.
This truck pulls up, all you see is the window rolling down, and then the minute that we see the window roll down, we were just like, we were high, we were smoking weed and all that, and then all of a sudden, we just see a window just pointing at us. Oh shit!
Oh man, it's time to get down, huh?
We just fucking started running.
Oh man.
We just started, and they're like, pop, pop, pop. Like, oh fuck!
Shit.
And then they're always saying, from other hoods.
Oh,
and
different
everything.
neighborhoods.
And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? The hoods and some other hoods in the avenue.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, my cousin, we was fucking split up.
Just gone.
We were gone.
Yeah.
We ghosted, bro, because fuck, back then they would come in.
No, yeah.
All the
Yeah,
time.
different
Now
time
it's
back
like,
then. Yeah.
It's different now.
Uh-huh.
But still, I don't wish nothing about nobody or anything.
Yeah.
Because that's sad.
No, yeah. It's real, People die and people get killed, and it's something that started a long time ago, and we can't. There's no stopping it, right?
No, yeah.
All right. So it seems like your life was growing pretty quick, right? all that time.
You had
your
to
teenage
take care
years,
of your
or just
brothers or sisters.
yeah,
Hey, you're the oldest one. You gotta go look for your brother.
Yeah.
You gotta go look for your sister.
being responsible.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My dad would always call. If he wouldn't call me, he would call my mom on the house phone.
Yeah.
And hey, go tell him to go look for your brother. You know,
Mhm.
because he was always out too. He was
Yeah.
always around and everything.
Just doing a thing and stuff. You know. All right.
So,
So how about let's get into what was your first job? What were you doing? Your
fairgrounds.
first job? How old were you when you got your first
I
job?
was 19.
19. All right. What were you doing? Security? Just
Maintenance.
maintenance? All right.
Maintenance.
How was that?
That was pretty good.
I'm
Getting paid $900 every 2 weeks.
Oh man, back then that was a lot of money, right?
For
Even
us,
2
yeah,
years
you're
ago,
like,
I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
now you know, like man,
Now everything's
wages
so
go up,
expensive.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, I stayed there for since I was there for a while. I did at least 3 years with them,
Okay.
and then after those 3 years, I moved up to security,
All right.
and that was Ventura County Security Guard. for
Okay.
there. And then after that, they started changing it to something else, and then before all that, the COVID hit.
Oh shit.
I was there through all the COVID and all that.
Yeah.
Then once the COVID started hitting, that's when it's like, hey, everybody split apart.
Split apart.
We're all, no job, nothing. Get unemployment,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it seemed like that messed a lot of people up. COVID, you know, people lost their jobs. People, you couldn't go nowhere. You know,
Hell no.
boring times, right? Being isolated inside the house.
Yeah.
So what are your opinions on that? Do you think that's, some people believe it's all fake, some people think it's real, you know? Well, what do you think about viruses like that occur every once in a while, right? Every 8-10 years, you know,
or something
pops up, right?
Yeah,
Where a lot of
something
people,
new. Oh, we got this new
virus,
coming,
you know,
and
Ebola,
yeah.
and then COVID. So what do you think? You think it's real, or you think it's
I think they're just fucking with us
okay?
so we can get scared.
Yeah,
And then we can put out more money.
Yeah,
Hey, let's go get more medicine, spend more medicine, more off the counter stuff,
Yeah.
so everybody can be healthy and good.
all the shots.
Yeah, all the shots. I don't know about those shots, bro.
Did you take them? By any
To
chance?
tell the truth, I did take them.
You had to, right?
Yeah.
Work.
For work, because
Yeah.
I
A lot
would be
of lads.
working.
Yeah.
I would be asked down,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be able to help my mom or my dad.
Yeah.
But I was always asked out. So I was like, you know what? For the job, we had to take it.
Yeah, mandatory.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I said, we had to do what we have to do, right?
Yeah.
If you want a job, you got to do what you have. The job requires you to do.
Yeah.
If you don't want a job, just hit the road.
Yep. Can't do nothing else. I mean, you know, you gotta work to survive. You gotta eat,
Yeah.
right? You gotta provide for your family.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then when that stopped, when the fair ended, because
Yeah.
it goes from August all the way. It's for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But this fair starts on July and then on the 10th
Okay.
of August.
Yeah.
So that's I'm like it's different.
Yeah, different time.
times.
Yeah.
And everything.
Kind of on call, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh-huh.
That's why I'm like this year is different every year. When I'm not working at the fairgrounds, I'm working at the pawn shop.
Okay.
I was working at the pawn shop for at least 4 years.
Okay.
I was there for a pretty good while. I would be selling or bringing bikes in,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay.
Staying busy, staying focused.
Staying working, right?
Yeah, 'cause I had my kids.
Yeah.
I had to surprise. I didn't pay child support
Oh shit.
because I told them
Good.
I don't want to pay child support.
Yeah.
If you guys take me to child support, I'm not gonna pay it
Okay.
because the judge don't know what we go through.
Yeah.
The judge don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He was not there.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell everybody, you know what? Nah, don't go to court because the judge is gonna give
The female, the
rights all
preference.
the time.
Yeah.
And then you guys are gonna be fucked, and we're gonna be paying out
Yeah.
for your kid. They're your blood.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna pay for your own blood?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's
it
wrong.
is. And then it seems like they do go lean on the female side always. You know, off like not just my personal, off like, you know, people that I know. It seems like, you know, they always lean towards the female.
Yeah.
And it's kind of messed up, right?
Yeah, we don't hit the females hit us.
Hit us.
And then when we try to defend them, oh,
yeah,
they make a big old excitement.
Yeah.
You know, I've been there.
Yeah.
I seen that.
You seen that? You experienced do that?
I experienced it.
Yeah.
I've been in jail for a year and 9 months.
Oh man.
Something that I didn't even do. I didn't touch her or nothing.
Yeah.
You still, you know, they still said I did.
Yeah.
Who they gonna believe?
No,
right?
Yeah. Female.
You know. So, us gentlemen, us men, we always have it for lust.
Yeah.
We don't want. I hope it wasn't like that. I hope they seen both stories and you know make. You know, because we don't just hit them just to hit them.
Yeah.
We hit them because they aggravate us. They hitting us.
Yeah.
They're throwing us shit.
You gotta defend yourself.
And we're just trying to block everything out, and then you know.
Sometimes.
It's enough. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Agreed. And that goes for everyone, you know. People think, I mean, people want certain rights, people want woman rights, but self-defense is self-defense, you know. You gotta sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
Yeah, that's what they taught us in security too. When you're doing security, hey, this is gonna happen. Somebody is gonna step up to you, try to oppress you, try to do stuff. You just, you know.
Yeah.
Let them do what they gotta do, and then.
All right. So you're security for a while, right?
Yeah.
So I imagine being security, you run into crazy people. There's a lot of crazy things happen.
Oh yeah.
What's one of your craziest stories that you have being security?
Like at the fairgrounds.
A lot of fights.
Yeah.
Right? Drunks. A lot of crazy shit.
Yeah. Some homies wanted to fight me.
Oh man.
Because you know I wasn't letting them in to that certain place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't let them in. When they're intoxicated.
Yeah.
And then they're falling everywhere. It's a risk for them.
Yeah.
They'll hit themselves or something, and then they'll try to go back and sue the county, the fairgrounds, or you know whatever, the state or whatever.
Yeah, and they pay you to prevent that, right? That's your job, to not allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So you have to do what you gotta do.
To prevent them, I wasn't trying to be, mean about it or anything, but the way they come at you, hey, fuck.
Yeah, disrespectful.
Hey, fool, I'm gonna come in.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't, bro. I'd always be like, nah, bro, you can't do this.
Yeah.
You can't do this. No, you can't, have you do that. Or you can't have you take the bureau over there. Who the fuck are you? You're just a security guard. I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job, bro. I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. I ain't trying to start nothing with you or nothing. I ain't nobody better than nobody. I'm just letting you know.
Just gotta do your job.
You just gotta stay on this side. If you gotta stand on this side, I'm gonna have you guys exit out.
All right.
And then they would get all, man, what's up, dog? You know we're not tripping about it. I'm just doing my job, bro. I'm not here about it. And then his girlfriends, he's a big dog. Leave him alone.
Crazy, saying crazy things.
And then the girls put shit in their hand and then they start getting all active. And they're like, hey, sir, don't do that.
So it seems like females start a lot of things, right? It's always a female, right?
Yeah, because I'm over here trying to be polite as I can be, respectful.
Yeah.
But then, I'll be like, hey, sir, you can't be going this way. You got to take the beer this way.
Yeah.
Fuck them up, babe. Fuck them up, babe.
Yeah. Just starting, instigating stuff.
Don't let that fool tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You're your own man, babe. Like, oh, shit.
It's instigators, right?
Like, fuck.
And this is no shot to no females. This is just certain people, right?
Certain people.
Certain
I'm not
people.
hating on anybody.
Females, males, both, whatever
both sides.
people identify as now, right?
Yeah.
Fucking whatever. All this. Let's get into that a little bit. What do you think about all that LGQ, whatever, the gay parades and all that? What do you think on that?
I don't know. People are hating that.
Yeah. But I mean, it seems like they made it an agenda, right? Where they're putting it in schools, pushing it on kids, making like big parades. Yeah, making books. I mean, my opinion, for each his own. Anyone could do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to push it on kids, right?
Yeah.
Especially in generations now, it seems like they're not as tough. Like how we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Now people are a little weaker, right? Than how how we were raised or how time was back then, and then you know, just people, things are different, right? But
yeah, people are. It changed.
Yeah.
Everything has changed. The new generation has changed so much.
yeah, agreed.
So much.
Yeah,
I wish it could stay like before when we were growing up.
yeah,
Everybody stayed.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like it's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in different different lifestyles, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about, let's say, cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, gangbangers.
Yeah.
Different lifestyles, right? Even police, like
Yeah.
nothing's the same no more, right?
Nah,
A lot of
police are
things, like, you know,
different too, bro.
because I mean, back then, police. I mean, even a couple years ago, man, like they're doing. You could tell when the officer's doing it because they have to, and when he's doing it because he wants to do the right thing, right? Which is
Yeah.
protect and serve, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it seems like I don't know, man. Like a lot of things are different. The world's different, right? Since a couple years ago.
Everything's fucking changed.
Yeah.
So
do you
dramatic, bro.
do you think that change came around after COVID? Do you think
Yeah.
that's when things started kind of going down?
changing, started everything slowly
Yeah.
changing.
Do you think that was the plan for you know, maybe not to get into many conspiracies, but you know, sometimes the government has different agendas, right? To make
Yeah.
people softer, or because they don't want to. How all these protests now, right now, all these protests going on, all this immigration.
Yeah, all these eyes.
Yeah.
And then earlier I got a phone call telling me that they on Ventura, on the avenue, they had Ramona blocked off.
Oh man.
And I guess they had somebody, some guys on the ground and everything and stuff. So I was like, what? So that's what I'm saying. We all gotta stick together.
Yeah.
Wherever we're at, Mexican, brown, or all colors, we gotta
Yeah.
stick together.
Whoever stands with the you know.
Yeah.
with the
Whoever stands
movement.
with us, let's stand together and
Yeah.
not let this chain break.
Yeah.
Let this chain fucking grow bigger and stronger
Yeah.
for everybody
Yeah.
around the world.
Agreed.
You know, let's not just, you know, because they be killing kids too, little
Yeah.
infants,
Yeah.
bombing them, and everything. We don't need that. We need
Yeah.
to stay strong for everybody.
Yeah. There's
Let the world come up to be strong and powerful.
Yeah.
With all the people around. What the
Mhm.
people will want, we'll get. Because if we speak out, we'll get. If we don't speak out, we're not gonna get. It's like
No.
everybody says, we gotta make noise.
Yeah.
So they can hear us.
they could hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't hear us, then we ain't nothing.
Mhm.
We gotta make noise so they can hear us, so they can be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
squeaky wheel, you know, like
Yeah.
they say. Or the loudest wheel gets the job done.
Yeah. But it kind of seems like we're kind of like we were raised to kind of like stay quiet, right?
Yeah, we don't need to be like that.
Yeah.
We got a voice. Let our voice be heard. What you guys got and you thinking, hey, throw it out there, put it out there,
Put it out
so
there.
everybody can see.
For the
don't
world.
be scared. Don't be silenced.
Yeah.
You guys gotta talk out.
Yeah.
Come on, let's stay together for all the people. You know,
Agree,
we gotta
agree.
speak
Yeah.
and have this one nation to be like strong, and you know, like they said, what is this? The land of the free, the home of the,
Home of the
brave.
brave. Uh-huh.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's come to it. Let's just not, you know, actions talk.
So we gotta practice our amendments, right? We
Yeah.
gotta speak up. I mean, there's this term, right? The sleeping giant, where it needs to wake up, you know?
Yeah.
And after it wakes up, maybe that's when things will change, and and
Do
hope.
we have to have a tragedy happen so we can all wake up?
So it seems that's the only time we come together, right?
Yeah.
So let's back a couple years back to the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't into the guy George Floyd, I think his name was, got killed, right?
Yeah.
And that event made everyone get together, right?
Yeah.
Blacks, browns, whites, everyone, right?
Everybody was like holding hands almost.
But it's almost like, why couldn't that happen before?
Yeah.
And why can't that happen still, because they kind of, well, that lasted a month or two.
Yep.
And after a month or two, everyone just
went back to their normal
just regular self.
Yeah,
So right now,
self.
I think that's what's happening right now with all these, what's it called? The No King, right? No Kings protests. No King.
Protest.
And I think there was a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Even in Ventura,
there was
LA,
a lot of
there's.
people.
I'm seeing these on social media, and it seems like everywhere. It's getting
like
full,
if
man.
you go in Instagram, you will see LA
Everyone.
still shut down. They're getting ready to deploy the army now in LA.
Yeah.
They're trying to. They say, I don't know, I'm not sure, but they're saying that they're gonna be here in Oxnard too, and in Ventura.
Oh,
they
man.
gotta get so much people to take with them, or else they're not gonna leave.
They're not gonna.
And that's why I'm telling everybody, let's speak out, let's stay strong.
Yep.
You see them, let's try to boot them out.
Yep.
We can't let them take our people.
Yeah.
You know, because if they take our people, who's gonna go and pick our fruit? Who's gonna go and do the fields?
Yeah.
Who is gonna do it?
There's
Are you guys gonna do it? Are the people that are California gonna do it? We need the Mexican people,
Yeah.
not to be mean or not to be anything. We need them.
Yeah.
We need
Agreed.
them.
And it almost seems like I we're talking about the new generation, because I mean, people migrate all the time, right? People
Yeah.
come to California from around the world,
Yeah.
from Russia,
Spain.
Spain, right,
San
Italy,
Francisco,
illegally, right?
everywhere.
And people, it seems like they come in through the border through Mexico, right?
Yeah.
It's the
León,
easiest.
Guanajuato, what is it? Jalisco.
Yeah, Mexico.
Tijuana people, they are all coming. They're all even the Honduras are coming over here. So we need everybody to stay strong.
Yep.
And stay our ground.
So do you think how we're talking about the new generation not having the same mindset as before? Do you think in a couple of years, even the migrants not gonna want to do those jobs? Like, or do you think they're gonna continue to just be hardworking man and hardworking woman?
If they let them back out here, they're gonna come to do what they're gonna do. They're gonna do their construction. They're gonna do their fields, or wherever they know how to use their hands.
Yeah.
How to do whatever they know how to do. Build a building.
Yeah.
Whatever. We need them. Without them, nobody's gonna build a building like this.
Yeah.
You know, without, you know, I'm sorry to say it, but we need them.
Yeah.
We really do need them.
And that's like speaking that's a non-bias, right? That's like speaking on different parties, because at the same time, we could say we need them because it's cheaper labor.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even if you pay someone more, not everyone's willing to stand in the sun, all day from 6 a.m. to
6 a.m.
to like 5 p.m. And then some people even get off that job and
go to
kitchen job, a little part-time. And
that's what I do. Is like I go from one job, like let's say that I go in at 6 in the morning to a security job. Don't get off till 5:30. By the time I get off, I just go straight to my other job. Once I get off that job, sometimes they'll call me, hey,
got another
you want a night shift for security, and then you're going back. You're doing it, overnight. You're like, fuck. Sometimes you don't sleep because you're just fucking trying to juggle everything together.
Yeah,
You're
just
trying to
thinking.
help everybody.
Yeah.
Help your kids' mom and everything.
Yeah, just up and down.
Yeah.
Busy, right?
Yeah. Even my kids disrespect their mom, I put my foot in their ass. That's what I always told them. You disrespect anybody and anywhere.
Yeah. There's consequences.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
After they beat your ass,
I'm gonna fucking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you not to be disrespecting nobody. Because I taught you guys since you guys were small not to disrespect anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't bring you up to disrespect people.
Yeah. So it seems like nowadays a lot of people are really disrespectful, like YouTube, they like to leave disrespectful comments, right? A lot of people I don't know, it seems like just again, people just the world's different nowadays, especially with man, let's talk about this AI, man. I see all this AI stuff and it looks real, I seen a couple AI protests and it looks completely real. How I'm looking at you right now, but it's completely computerized. You know, like
it's like they're
fake,
saying
you
that,
know?
that they're gonna make an AI.
Person.
They're gonna make an AI Trump.
Oh man.
So Trump can escape.
Yeah.
And AI is gonna
Could do the job for him.
Yeah, basically.
Do you think that's pretty scary, right?
Yeah.
Because
If they
there's
do
hackers,
that, then
there's I mean anyone could, even now anyone could do it and then fast post it and then people are gonna run with it, right? Believe
yeah, they're gonna be like, oh damn, AI.
Yeah, this
see
was
it,
said
oh,
that,
damn.
and it's all
Trump
fake.
is doing worser things now, and it's not even Trump.
It's all AI. Do you think maybe that's a lot of that's going on right now? Maybe that's what maybe because I see a lot of clips and like sometimes I see like even like different politicians speaking, and sometimes you can kind of tell it's a little fake, you know. But when it's like completely AI and it's like you can't tell, you know. So it's real scary, you know. It's real.
Like you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, what's real or is not.
Yeah,
you know?
you're like, oh shit, you know.
Do you, oh man, that's so.
Even they're gonna make AI girls now. So what do you guys?
AI girlfriend.
AI girlfriend, you know.
Yeah.
She's gonna. You guys are gonna touch her. She's gonna have skin and everything, but.
Do you think the next step is
like,
real life robots?
Like, fuck. Yeah,
do you think
bro.
real life robots are gonna take over and just be walking? Maybe one's gonna pass by right now behind us, or, you know?
Yeah. They already have robots carrying your pizza.
Yeah, I seen that. They have, I mean,
Get
even
your
like,
pizza.
and it seems like they do it slow, right? They start.
They start little by little,
so
little
the first,
baby steps.
Yeah, the first thing I seen the robot vacuum.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what that's the first thing that kind of started off, and after that, it just.
They said,
man,
okay, they started with the vacuum already.
Yeah. So
Let's start with something else slowly.
Yeah.
And then what's going on in LA? The robot taxi or whatever.
Oh yeah, all the Teslas, all the self-driving cars.
They're driving like, people around and they're posting, oh my god, we don't got a driver in front of us. Oh my god, and sometimes those drivers get stuck.
Yeah. What if that robot goes evil and kills your ass, suffocates you,
jumps off the cliff,
off the pier, you know?
Yeah, you're like, whoa, and you're locked in that car. That's why you know. A lot of stuff is changing. Dramatically. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah, and it's just going too quick for us to, you know, all these distractions, all these you know, just distractions. People out doing content, doing crazy things, like, you know, disrespect. I don't know if you've seen all these pranks. You know, some people like get real disrespectful. They do pranks and they sometimes like show people's cars. You know, sometimes they're like. I mean, you know, maybe hiding a car, right?
I'm pretty sure you've seen that. I don't know what's the name of it, but there's a guy that's acting on YouTube. He puts a bandana on, and he acts like he has a big old gun on him, and he's like, "What's up, bro? Where you from?
Oh,
what
I
state
think
you
you're talking
from?
about.
You know what? Hey, bro, you're on my block.
Yeah, he
you're
goes to LA
and then these fools are looking at him like,
yeah,
are this fool crazy or something? Is this fool nuts?
Yeah. And he
that's
does it
why
with some
people
other
like
guy.
that get shot because the way you approach people, and they're homies.
Making fun of it, right?
Yeah, like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna go. What's up? I'm gonna hit him up. And the other people, then when they grab you, it's a video.
It's a prank. Yeah.
And you're like, hey, they could kill you.
Yeah.
They can, you know, do stuff to you, and you're over here. Oh, it's a video.
Yeah.
You know, don't play with your life like that, because you never know. The wrong person can take you out.
Yep. Anyone.
Just by making that video. Oh, I'm gonna hit this fool.
Yeah, and
you're fucking making you're making a joke out of it instead of, you know.
And it could be anyone. It could be a regular Bob getting off work. It could be a homeless dude. It could be a gang member. It could be a woman. You know, it could be a kid. You know, just catch him on the wrong day, and you know, disrespect him in the wrong way, and man, life's. You know how life's quick. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much. You know. In the blink of an eye, you're gone, and man, you know.
Look I'm not trying to be mean or anything. Look at what happened to GQ.
Oh yeah. So if
we were security there.
You want to elaborate who that is real quick for the people that don't know?
GQ is a rap artist. His name is Gabriel, and he was at a car show, and he didn't need to go out like they did him or anything like that.
Yeah.
That was tragic. I was tragic. Just to walk up to him and just do what he did to him is like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Nobody should go down
Nobody,
like that.
yeah. And it happens, right? I mean, it's on the daily. It's happening right now, man. You know, like it's like something that.
That's why I always say respect to all his family. And my condolences to his family and everything, because he was somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him as somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen him. He was doing big things already.
Yeah.
He was doing shirts and everything. I wanted to put him on my podcast because he was rapping good and everything.
Uh-huh.
He was doing good things. You know. That's what I'm just like, hey, like that's what I meant.
So, yeah. So let's talk about rappers, right?
Yeah.
What I mean, a lot of rappers get killed, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Extentacion.
You know? Yeah.
Trying to buy a car.
Yeah.
People were hating on him.
Went wrong.
Going wrong.
And it's like it seems like you don't even have to gangbang, right? It's just like it's some kind of envious mindset, right? Where people just people see people winning and they get jealous, right?
They're
Jealousy,
like,
a lot
I
of
want what he has.
Yeah, I want what he has. And they just I don't know.
I don't want him to get where he's getting.
Yeah.
And we got to bring him down.
It's all hate, right? It's all. I mean, I have no other way to describe it besides hateful and envy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, I have respect for everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, is to get everybody on the podcast and try to talk to them about what they want to talk about and everything like that.
Pick their brain a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it might seem like you might seem like a gangbanger, but it's a real nice person, with a good heart that's willing to help, and they could be a regular looking person who could be a complete asshole, and not even not pick you up, make fun of you instead of,
Yep. That's how we want to talk to them, see where they're at and everything. What's their music style? What's their beat?
Yeah.
What do they look in? Like, let's say, I'm asking you, what do you see yourself getting to?
Yeah.
How far do you think yourself are gonna get to?
What's your goals?
Yeah.
What's your,
How confident are you that you're gonna get somewhere big?
Yeah.
And if they tell you that, then they're gonna, they're confident they're gonna get somewhere.
You're gonna get somewhere.
And that's what's good about them.
Yeah.
That they're good, confident. Like, no, I'm gonna get somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, sick one.
Okay. Who's sick one?
Sick one.
Let's tell the people.
I just know him as Sick One.
He's a music artist?
Yeah, he's a music artist. He's been in the 805 making music. He made music with GQ too, and Cybo Loco.
Okay.
And he brought.
Shout out Sad Boy Loco, man.
Yeah, shout out to him.
I was just playing his song Viva la Raza earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's good people too. He's trying to have everybody come up.
He pushes that brown,
Yeah.
And it always seems like he has like that stereotype cholo look, right?
Yeah,
You see him and there's no way you're not gonna be, this was not no hoodlum, right? He has that. So do you think that kind of?
He's respectful.
Yeah.
He'll tell you everything. He's all tatted up and everything. You're like, oh damn.
So you kind of get the wrong impression at first, and then after you talk to him, you
start smoothing
this
out.
guy's a good dude,
And he gives you a hug. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, bro?
Okay. So is that something you want to do with your podcast? Show people that, again, that maybe this person's not a bad person,
Yeah.
Maybe they've done some bad things, like everyone has. No one's no saint.
Yeah.
Everyone's done dirt, everyone's at one point the regular Joe,
Yeah.
Even it doesn't have to be hurting someone physically, but they could hurt someone in a certain way that really messes things up, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do, right? Your
Yeah.
podcast, you're trying to shine light.
Shine the light on the Ventura Tide Pod, and then even food people.
Okay.
Like what is it? Let's say they're Smoking Jays.
Okay.
Smoking Jays has been on our podcast.
So different businesses, right?
Yeah,
Different.
He's talked about his hamburgers, all that, and then all his food is all about stoners.
Okay. Where is Smoking Jays? Where
In Oxnard.
Oxnard, California.
Yeah.
Right? 805 for those who don't know.
Yeah, 805 in Oxnard, California.
Yeah.
It's Smoking Jays. He's making the food for basically stoners.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know. I seen it on Instagram, but I didn't know that was his. You know.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I think I need to check it out.
Everybody goes over there when they're high.
Okay.
After you're high
Yeah.
or you're fucking real high, you go there. Everything.
Yes. They have everything.
Fuck, everything.
The stoners menu, right?
Yeah, oh, bro, the stoners menu, guys, 100%. I tried it. Oh my god, smash burgers. Oh
Everything.
my god, everything. You guys will like it. Even the challenge, the chicken or the spicy chicken.
Oh, the chip. They have their own.
They all have their own chicken.
Oh shoot.
They have their own chicken.
Kind of like the chip challenge, right? Like
like the chip challenge, but it's a chicken
That's
challenge.
smart, right? That's.
And you cut it up in pieces, and then if you eat it, you don't pay for it.
Oh wow. Oh man, I need to check that out.
If you can't eat it all, then you pay for it.
Yeah, you gotta pay. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Don't
Yeah,
you
that's
think?
cool. That's cool right there.
You eat it all if you can manage the heat, and hey,
Vámonos.
I've seen people drinking milk.
Have you tried it or no?
No, fuck no.
Oh man.
To tell the truth, I am gonna be telling you this. I'd be scared for that shit.
Yeah,
Because I
man.
see people, I review videos of
No,
it.
people throw up and
Oh
stuff.
my god, they go to the hospital, bro.
Oh man.
That's how spicy that shit is. That's why I'm like, oh no, I did the chip challenge.
Oh really?
I fucking, oh my god, I ran the block, I ran around
You ran
the
away
block,
from the,
bro.
You can't run away from the spiciness.
I was like, fucking, I thought I was gonna die,
Oh,
bro.
man.
Cause that shit, your whole fucking mouth, your eyes, and your watery and shit. I never thought that shit would be that strong. And then the instructions that say on the back, you're like,
You get scared. You read it. You know.
I'm like, fuck, what's going on?
So Smoking Jays. A shout out to Smoking Jays, right?
Smoking J's and